It took a half a century for their theory to be proven by researchers. Today, Britain's Peter Higgs and Belgium's François Englert received the Nobel Prize for Physics for predicting the Higgs boson particle. And that's the particle that gives the universe its mass. Our resident scientist, Johanna Wagstaff, joins me now. Johanna, we have heard about this particle before. Do they really deserve a prize?
You know, I really believe this, Sarah. I think we've got to give it up for the fundamental particle proposed 50 years ago that helps explain why everything in the universe is as it is today. And even though it was only proven last year, it's been the basis or a part of all of the equations in the standard particle of physics model, basically all of the equations that scientists have used over the past 50 years. Let me take you to some pictures of these two gentlemen, Englert on the left from Belgium and Britain's Peter Higgs on the right. 50 years ago, they proposed one of the greatest questions of all time, I think. How is it that the things that make us up have mass? We clearly have mass, but where does this come from? So these two gentlemen, half a century ago, proposed a solution that there is an infinite and incredibly small field that stretches through the universe, and as particles pass through this field, they pick up mass. So the rest of the scientific community 50 years ago said, okay, good one, we'll go with it, but we don't actually think we're ever going to be able to prove that. And then last year, that's exactly what happened. Within the lifetime of Higgs, his proposal was proven. And I've got to take you to some video last year when the Higgs boson was actually announced that it was discovered, and it was clearly quite an emotional moment for him, a proposal or a suggestion that nobody ever thought could be proven and we just had to assume was correct, was actually proven in one of the greatest science experiments of all time. So I think this is a pretty big moment and kind of cool that we can say we think something exists, let's build something crazy, and then go out and we did in fact prove it.
And that machine that we're talking about, that's a particle accelerator.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, this is the Hadron Collider in Geneva, 27 kilometers circumference. 10,000 scientists from over 100 countries have been working on this for the past, well, since 2008. Let me take you to some graphics. Basically, the primary goal of this experiment was to try and prove the Higgs boson particle, and they basically collided at the speed of light, two different protons together, to try and recreate the conditions of the universe about a billionth of a second after it existed. And they finally did find that particle just last year. Of course, that 27-kilometer track not going to waste. They'll be looking for things like, you know, dark matter over the next couple of years. So I'm sure more interesting experiments to come.
So you heard it here from Johanna Wagstaff. Give it up for Higgs and Englert. Thanks, Johanna.
You're welcome.